Hi guys, so now we are going to be doing question 7. Remember, this is a June 2022 past paper. I also did all the questions for this past paper. Please check the description of this video. You'll see all the questions from question 1 up until the end, right? So anyways, let's solve this question 7, which focuses on financial maths, right? So what's happening here in 7.1, we are told that how many years will it take for investment to double in value if it earns an interest rate of 8.5% per annum compounded quarterly? So we are told that this investment will double, and we are told that the interest rate is compounded quarterly. Remember, if it's compounded, you know you're talking of a compound formula, right? Which is equals to P into 1 plus I to the power of n, right? And we are told that the investment will double, so meaning that here we can say this is let this A be equals to 2x and this would be x, right? Which means the investment has doubled. And then 1 plus the interest rate is 8.5%, right? So you're going to divide that by 100. You will get 0.085. Divide by 4 because it's compounded quarterly, right? So it's going to be to the power of 4n, right? So this x will divide out this x. We have 2 is equals to 1 plus 0.085 over 4 to the power of 4n, right? And then to find n, we're going to say 4n is equals to the log of our base, which is 1 plus 0.085 over 4 with so it's going to be 2 there, so it's going to be 4n is equals to punch this in your calculator. You will get 32.964. Then divide by 4 both sides, and then you have n is equals to 8.24 years, right? So this is going to be your final solution for 7.1. Now let's go to 7.2. So 7.2, the statement reads as follows. It says a company purchased machinery for 500,000 rand, right? So it purchased this machinery for 500,000 rand, and then after 5 years, the machinery was sold for 180, and the new machinery was bought, right? So 7.2.1, it says calculate the depreciation rates, the rate of depreciation of the old machinery over the 5-year period using a reducing balance method. When you talk about reducing balance method, they are talking of a compound decay, right? When I say compound decay, I mean A is equals to P into 1 minus I to the power of n, right? And then when they talk about the straight line method, if they say straight line method, you should know that they're talking of a simple decay, right? Simple decay, which the formula is A is equals to P into 1 minus IN, right? So that is that. So in this case, we are talking of a reducing balance method to calculate the depreciation rate of this problem here. So it's going to be A is equals to P into 1 minus I to the power of n, and the price of the old, it's 180,000 rand. The new, or should I say the original price, is 500,000. And then what we're going to have is 1 minus the interest rate that we're looking for a period of 5 years, right? So we're going to divide by 500,000 rand and divide by 500,000 rand. And once you divide, you should get 9 over 25 here is equals to 1 minus I to the power of 5. And then because we are looking for I, so we're going to multiply by 1 over 5, both sides, by 1 over 5. And you should get an answer here of, so let's just write 9 over 25 to the power of 1 over 5 is equals to 1 minus I, right? And then transpose this one to the other side. I have minus I is equals to 9 over 25 to the power of 1 over 5 minus 1, right? And then I divide by negative 1 both sides. I have I is equals to, so please punch that in the calculator. You should get 0.1848, right? And then you multiply by 100 to get a percentage, which is 18.48%. So that is the depreciation rate of this question here. So let's go to the next question now. Let me erase this. So I hope you guys are familiar with this now, understanding what's happening. Just note that in June exams, the financial maths problems are not as challenging. They're easier to solve, so just don't be scared of them. Anyways, now we go to 7.2.2, right? Erase this. 7.2.2, we are told that the rate of inflation of the cost of a new car is 6.3% over a period of 5 years. What will the new machinery cost at the end of 5 years? So this is also a simple question. So we're just going to use our compound formula. And we know that the machinery cost is 500,000 Rand, right? That is the original price of the new machinery. So it's 1 plus, and the interest rate is 6.3%. So it's 0.063 to the power of 5 years, right? So it's not compounded. Or it's compounded. It's not compounded actually, sorry. It's not compounded in any form. So yeah, so you're just going to write that down, and then your answer A is equals to 678,635.1136, right? So this is the answer for 7.2.2, right? So let me erase it. Now let's go down to the last question, which is 7.2.3. 7.2.3, we are told that a company set up a sinking fund. What is a sinking fund? A sinking fund is a savings account whereby you are saving money to buy a new machinery, right? So yeah, and made the first payment into the fund on the day the old machinery was bought, right? The last payment was 3 months before the new machinery was purchased. So the last payment was made before. At the end of the 5 years. So right, it was purchased at the, okay, fine. So the statement says that the last payment was made 3 months before the new machinery was purchased at the end of the 5-year period, right? The interest rate earned on the sinking fund was 10%, 10.25% compounded monthly. The money from the sinking fund and the 180 from the sale of an old machinery was used to pay for the new machinery. Calculate the monthly payments into the sinking fund. So the formula for a sinking fund, let me just erase this. Formula for a sinking fund, let's first start with the sinking fund, then we will solve the monthly payments, right? And just so you know, whenever we talk of sinking funds, just know that we will use the future value annuity to solve for whatever question. For example, it wants us to find the monthly payments, right? So we'll use the future value annuity since it is a sinking fund. Anyways, let's first find the sinking fund. Sinking fund formula is actually equals to the cost of new minus cost of old, right? Cost of new minus cost of old. What is cost of new? Cost of new is the amount of money, this one here that we found, the new machinery, right? In 7.2, the answer of 7.2, we found it to be 678,635.1136. And then we subtract with the cost of old. Cost of old is 180,000 Rand, right? So it's just going to subtract 180, 1, 2, 3, right? And the sinking fund is going to be 498, right? 635.1136. So this is a sinking fund, right? But remember, we are asked to calculate the monthly payments into the sinking fund. And we were told that payment was made 3 months earlier, right? 3 months, there is a statement, 3 months before the new machinery was bought, right? So it means now that in your future value formula, you're going to say FV is equals to, you write down your formula here, you're going to multiply by the 1 plus I to the power of n, which n is actually 3 months, right? So it's 3 months, meaning the 3 months earlier, right? So if you paid before, then you're just going to multiply that out. So this is what you're going to do. Actually, let me do it on the other side so that we see clearly. So you're going to have FV is equals to x into 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1, right? all divided by I multiplied by 1 plus I to the power of n, right? N, as I said, it's the 3 months of payment. And remember, the number of terms are affected here. So you paid earlier. So let's say, for example, n or number of terms, right? It's the 5, which is 5 years, multiplied by 12, which is the monthly payments, right? Which would give you 60 number of payments, right? But now, since you paid earlier, you paid 3 months before, and normally we obviously, let's say this is the timeline, and this is T0, this is T1, this is T2, this is T3, right? And you paid just 3 months before, right? So meaning we're going to consider only 2 terms, right? So we're just going to say minus 2 here. So you're going to have 58. So these are going to be your number of payments, right? Number of payments, because it's before T3, right? It's just within 3 months, right? So we are going to exclude that T3, right? So we're going to have n is equals to 58, and then everything else we know. So FV, by the way, it's your 498. So this is your sinking fund, remember, 635.1136. So you have this, you have this, you have this, which is 3, you have this, and this you're given as 10.25, and you're required to find x, right? So this is what you're going to do. So you're going to write 498.635.1136, right, equals to, so it's this one here, x, which is what we are looking for, 1 plus the interest rate, it's 10.25, so you divide by 100, you get 0.1025, and then it's compounded monthly, so it's 12 to the power, remember I said the number of terms, it's going to be 58, minus 1, and then we multiply by the 3 months, right? 1 plus 0.1025 over 12 to the power of 3 there, and then we divide by 0.1025 over 12, right? So please simplify this, but just note that I would advise you to just write the number as is. Do not round off because you might not get the exact number or the exact amount towards the end of the question. So now we're just going to do a cross multiplication, and we're going to have 498 point, no, it's not point. Why did I write points here? Thank you so much if you saw. So it's 498, so it's 498,635.1136 multiplied by 0.1025 over 12, which is this one here, right? So it's equals to x into 1 plus 0.1025 over 12 to the power of 58 minus 1, and then it's multiplied by 1 plus 0.1025 over 12 to the power of 3, right? And then this answer here, I got 4259.174929 is equals to x into 1 plus 0.1025 over 12 to the power of 58 minus 1. And then I'm going to divide with this, right? So it's going to be divided by 1 plus 0.1025 over 12 to the power of 3, right? And then from here, I'm going to get an answer of 4151.871.862 is equals to x into 1 plus 0.1025 over 12 all to the power of 58 minus 1, right? And then you divide by this, right? You divide it out, you get your x value, which is 4151.871.862 divided by 1 plus 0.1025 over 12 to the power of 58 minus 1, right? So your x value, your monthly payments rather, is 6,510.364. So this is the answer that we've got here. Yeah, so now we're done with the question. We have completed question 7. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below. Remember, this video consists of all the questions for this past paper. So if you want question 8, question 9, question 10, or the previous questions, just click in the description of this video. You'll find all the links for those questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please like this video. Otherwise, see you on the next video.